J-Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show, the first reaction for Power Book 2, Season 3, Episode 3. And it was a decent episode off the first reaction. It had a couple moments, as usual, Power Book 2 does. But this episode, it had a couple of moments that I liked about it. A couple things that I like about the characters and where they're going. I don't think it may turn out good for him. Like, I think Kane is pushing it too far. You know what I mean? He pushing Poppy too far, and he gonna have to end up taking Kane out. Pretty much, because you didn't push him too far. You didn't punked him, castrated him damn near in front of everybody. I mean, what he's supposed to do? Just now he's your, you know what I'm saying, lackey? You know, you did too much. So I think he's pushing it way too far. And I think he's doing that on a lot of people. He may even push Braden to try to take him out one day. At the way he putting his thumb on Braden's neck, Braden may feel he need to take him out to save his own life. So I think Kane may be putting a little bit too much pressure on people. And so is Detective Whiteman. But we gonna get into that. I don't know about this damn Jamba Juice scheme. Where the hell they get all them cups made with the bottom open like that? Hey, let's get some coffee cup distributors with the bottom open up for drugs. Yeah, they make plenty of those. We can order those online. Man, what? That had a decent idea. I say decent. I don't know how this will work, but they kind of had some stuff with the crypto and the coffee and the things, but the coffee in the cup bottom thing, and then you got your name on it. I don't know about that one, but we'll get into it. You know, we see a couple of these comments. What up, Khadijah? You say Detective White. What's up, Gina? How you doing? BB, what's up? I appreciate y'all was here ready. SJ, what up? What up? How you doing? You know, we got LK Coles 93 said this episode was good. Okay, all right. Don't be stressed out, Cole. What's up, Khadijah? All right, so Savannah, what's up? What's up? And I agree, Kane is being overly cocky, and he done clown Lorenzo too much. Too much, man. You know what I mean? You done went too far, and I think that he's put himself in a bad situation now because he's gone too far with that. So I definitely think that's not going to work out in his favor. Let me see if I can get this stuff synced up sooner this time. But you know, and then Detective Whiteman, they mad at him, but he the only one that's doing the right thing as far as Blanca and Jenny from the block, because he like, man, y'all keep talking about me and Carrie and Monet, but y'all got this hard on for Tariq. Like, what's up with this kid? He ain't no damn kingpin, which makes so much sense, man. How do they thinking this kid is a kingpin? I mean, we see they got him trying to get elevated to one on the show, but what he is saying would be very realistic. What cop would be thinking this 19-year-old kid at this Ivy League school is now some kingpin? So I agree more with his perspective of how he is seeing this than them, because they sound crazy. How are you thinking this kid, he don't even have a car? It's not like he got a lot of great clothes, which I don't even know where he's keeping all these clothes. He was rocking the lumberjack today up in here, looking like Bob Evans all day. I don't know about the lumberjack. That's some old Bloods and Crips type stuff. They had the little PA wearing the Crips, so maybe him and Tariq about to go battle for Diana, the Bloods and Crip war. But you know what I'm saying? They had the red lumberjack, and dude had on the Crip t-shirt. He about to get castrated by Poppy. Oh, you pulling the toy in my Daya. Oh, mamita, I got to take the chocolate. You like it, the chocolate, don't you? I know you get it from Papi, but I can't let you do this. So that TA, and then he tried to step hard to Kane when Kane talking or whatever. Hey man, don't make me give you extra credit, boy. Don't make me do that. Give you a book report. This dude up here, man, I had you grading papers to the end of the semester. Man, what you about to do to Kane? Hey man, don't make me write your name 100 times on that chalkboard, boy. This dude don't know what he was talking about. Talking about, hey Diana, I like you. I Googled you. Your dad. Oh man. Hey man, get up out of here, man. What you Googling me and this and that? I agree with her. You should have asked me. But then she kissing him. Man, what type of lame? That was whack garbage that he came with to try to get them drizzles. And I can't believe that she was about to give him up and it was working. But with that being said, look like my dang on phone died over here. But with that being said, looked like it worked for him because it looked like he's about to get up in the promised land until Poppy came, and it seemed that she liked him. So I don't know. That was funny. Savannah said when Diana read Effie for filth. For filth. Yeah. But you know, I don't know, man. I don't think dude ready for that. And of course, in the beginning, it was a couple things that I liked, and it was something that I was like, man, what the hell? So one thing I liked is that we did see a little bit more about Effie and that she had a connect, and that I like this comment right here. I'll get to it in a second. But I did like that we saw Effie, one of the people she deal with, and they like, oh, why you ain't moving the weight on Stansfield? Don't tell me that's another Tariq thing. Oh, okay, Effie. So it seemed that she getting pressure from, I guess, some of her people. Maybe we'll learn a little bit more. We learned also later that she been stacking loot. And then we finally see that part where Tariq talk about we could be like my mom and dad, and that made me mad too. So I'll definitely get into that because he talked about my mom was the mastermind. My dad messed it up. What? She didn't what? She didn't ruin Ghost legacy. You know I don't like Tasha no more for real. She got him thinking that she ran everything and he messed it up. What? Anyway, the other thing that I like this episode that I take it back. One thing that I was like, man, what the hell? And I'm gonna just say Drew and his promiscuous behavior. We get it. We get it. We get it. I was like, what the hell? What the man? What? Anyway, and then we saw that he like, I guess, like trying to get over that Mount Everett. So he climbing every little mountaintop he can get on, huh? And you know, I was like, okay, all right. Crystal Black. You say Drew getting it, Drew clapping back. So, you know, I think that was a little overkill. I agree. And we all understand his lifestyle, more power to him. Let's just go. We ain't seeing it nothing too graphic for nobody else. So let's just move on with it. But anyway, we see that they are in Mecca's house and still acting as if, you know, I guess they ain't worried about nothing, even though it's still a hot spot. But Drew get to live his life, I guess, and Kane is in and out running the operations and things. So I guess we'll see how it all turn out. But these dudes that they working for what? Numa, and I forgot her name. Man, I don't know, man. These people, we don't really know a lot about them. We know they serious, and we learned that they called them to the warehouse and wasn't happy with what was moving, how much product being moved. And next thing you know, they didn't put down 3 pictures. Like, look, we got Diana, we got your parents, and we got grandma. And for you, Orphan Annie, we'll kill them. So now what? It's like, and since we respect our elders, we'll take out Granny last. So get that moving. I'm like, okay, these dudes, they are serious as far as they approach with them and the surveillance. We'll see how it all plays out. They are showing them come up with some great ideas to move the product. As far as it's a great idea, I don't know how well it would work in reality, but it was a great idea with the, I guess I'm gonna say Bitcoin, but it's not a Bitcoin. It's what you call it, altcoin that they created, and they have people buy that, and then because when you buy and sell with that stuff, it could be anonymous. They can then sell their coffee that way. I don't think they should have printed the name on there and the cup. I don't know how they got that done, but whatever. That seems like, I don't know how well it could work, but we'll see. It was a good idea. It was creative. One thing I could not believe I saw this episode is that they still have those safes on the roof of that school. Even though he admitted that he was selling drugs at the school on that app, he just what? They just left that there. Nobody knew, no investigate, nothing. I'm like, what? And she back using it again. So Effie using that, I was like, well, that don't make no sense. That they were still doing that. So that was kind of strange to me. Another thing, man, what's up with this classroom, man? They love to have this classroom with this one class. I would have liked to have seen a different class or something, or just, changing classes every now and then or something. I don't know. We don't have to have so much of the classroom stuff all the time, especially since it's only one class we see. But this time was interesting because right off the bat, they was coming for each other in that class, and they were talking about privilege and this and that. But then what I like is how Tariq was talking about how light-skinned Keisha undercut him for his internship. And the whole thing they was talking about was human capital, which is similar to like human resources. And they, in a way, they had some good breakdowns on it. And Tariq, he actually, what he was saying about is what people agree on and things, and they worth what they can do. Very true. That's pretty much how life works. You're gonna get what you can get and earn. So that was a good one right there. All right. But overall, the whole thing with that, I think, is for us to kind of see this TA try to move in on Diana, which I think he gonna end up getting killed, and Diana gonna be heartbroken. Let's see. Gina. Let's see. All right. You say you wasn't feeling 3G. Yeah. Lisa Phillips say Stansfield on fire. They still slanging. I know, right? I don't know how they feel they could do that and get away with it, but I don't know. Now we see a couple interesting things happen. It's my damn computer for some reason is slowing down. Detective Whiteman ain't playing, and he confronted Monet. They asked him not to, and when he did, he kind of let on a little bit about the investigation into Mecca and what's going on with Zeke. And Monet slipped up and said, y'all need to get them guaps that killed Zeke. So now he may find out that maybe the dude that died, that they maybe she tried to say, well, we know that Lorenzo set it up. But we may see, and she may find out through Detective Whiteman that Lorenzo hired the dude and that he may be behind it. And I think that was the seed that was planted this episode, because we saw, even though Davis got him basically in trouble where he can't be on the case, he still was parked out on her block. So I bet you that that's a foreshadow, moment that he's going to be digging, find out, oh, you right. But it wasn't the GTG did it on his own. Your husband hired them. Maybe you should see why he hired the GTG to kill your son. I mean, your nephew, or whichever one it is at the moment that you think it is. He was funny when he came in the bar and she was hanging the little Zeke poster on the wall. He like, boy, big crowd, hey, doing pretty good. Okay, look good. Don't even look like a crime scene. Contractors. I got to get the number to your contractor. We already know she killed him because she thought he robbed her. So, man, she got a dirty trail. Then he had the footage of Rico driving by, then he dead, and everybody gone and missing. He like, boy, people come by this bar, they don't come back no more, huh? Monet, if he start really digging, I think Monet really could be in trouble. But it'll be kind of hard to connect a lot of those dots, because it's not about what you know, it's about what you can prove. So Gina said everybody's mouth was running like a faucet this episode. You ain't lying. They was. I'm surprised that Drew, but I bet you Diana find out first, the way that her character is. But I'm surprised Drew didn't ask more questions when he said, oh, so Poppy just running this now? Oh, okay. Y'all up to something. Boom. That was his chance right there. He was right on the money. He could have asked right then and pressured them, and they would have probably told him. Or Kane knows if Drew knew, then he would lose his leverage. So he wouldn't have probably told him, but he probably could have got a little more information and maybe started to put things together had he pressed them. So I was thinking like, man, why you walk off and leave that like that? But that's what happened. All right. Gemini Don said, oh, Tariq pissed me off telling Effie, oh, his father always messing up. Tasha was the mastermind. Oh, really? Gemini Don, 1,000% agree with you. I couldn't believe hearing that. I couldn't believe it, but see, that's why you got to be careful, man, because in life, the moment you did somebody that wants to, if you don't have your legacy or whatever secured, they can twist and flip and lie and say all kind of stuff. And for him to think that Tasha was the mastermind running things, Tasha wasn't no damn mastermind. She didn't know how to do nothing. She helped launder some money. She wasn't killing people, making deals, doing all the stuff. She didn't want to own no clubs or have businesses. She wanted to do the laundry and have a parking lot and spend money, and that's it. no damn mastermind. And the little bit of help that she did give him that we saw on the show, Tariq wouldn't know. You know, if she was the mastermind, then why was she the one broke living in that apartment that wasn't worth nothing compared to what Ghost had when they broke up? If she the mastermind, she should have been straight and Ghost should have been struggling. But no, she had to get a daycare and try to do what something she didn't know what the hell to do. I can't believe that. Let me know if I'm wrong, if you agree with Tariq or me. But if you think Ghost was the real mastermind, put a 1G. And if you think Tasha really was a mastermind, put a 1T. But I'm going with the G all the way. She wasn't no mastermind. She helped and she had some roles to play. I'm not going to say she was insignificant. But the mastermind? Come on, man. She was not the mastermind. She wasn't up there fighting Kanan and all these people and making all these deals and killing all these. I mean, that was insane. So he could have said we could be like my mom and dad and they was a great power couple. And I would have been like, okay, well, whatever. But that he took it too far. You done messed up. Now you know you didn't forked up, right? Now one thing I did like about Reek in this episode, it was a small scene, and it had my boy from Lottery Ticket. He was also in The Deuces, one of the pimps. In this episode, he was playing one of the richest black men in the world. And they was going by a 3-letter name. I can't remember what they was calling him, but the Westons wanted to go meet with him to try to do financial business. And the black woman that's been there, she ain't want to do it. And he was like, Braden's uncle, like, well, you can leave. And she like, oh, one black face is as good as another, because they had Reek, which I was wondering why Reek was getting that fancy suit. Now it made sense. So then we see when they was talking that, Weston, he kind of manipulated his way in there. But Tariq ended up talking to him. He like, you know why they got you there? He like, yeah, to appeal to you. He like, okay, well, make sure you get much as you can from them as they are from you. He like, yeah, I got to meet you, right? And so he asked him a couple good questions, which, as always, Tariq then applies to the dope game. And also, I think Tariq got the idea for the cryptocurrency there when he was talking with the Western uncle, and he was talking about that crypto coin or whatever wasn't worth nothing, but somebody's making a killing off of it somewhere. So a little background on cryptocurrencies. So he was like, yeah, it's worth like 1,000th of a cent or whatever. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Whoever holds a lot of it can cash it in and make money. So like that coin that Tariq and Braden and them made technically is not worth anything. But say if somebody wanted to buy $100 sack, then they would buy 100 coins, $100 worth of those coins. It could have been 1,000 coins for $100 or whatever. Well, every time Tariq and Braden get that money, that 1,000 coins, they can then trade it in for that cash and they can make money. So it's a lot of extra technicalities with that based on how fast it comes and how fast they withdraw and a lot of things, whether the value fluctuates and whether they actually make more than the sale, make more than $100, or they could be making less than $100. But overall, that was a pretty good idea. Well, actually, it's a great idea because a lot of big drugs deals are conducted in, cryptocurrencies now because it's untraceable and it can be moved that way. Now, they may not be stuffing it in a coffee cup, but that's one way to move large amounts of money without triggering certain, alarms. So I don't know. I thought that was pretty good. RTJ, Gemini, RSG. Gina say RSG, Gemini, RTJ. But yeah, that was pretty good. Show that he's getting some ideas because he's paying attention. And that I like better than how they was kind of showing last season. He's just coming up with ideas because he's the mastermind genius. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know about that. Now, seeing him get inspiration and ideas from other people and then applying it to something else, I like that. That makes it make sense. And I always want to make it make sense. Now, what was I about to say? There was one other thing I wanted to bring up. So they trying to move this product for the new mob Mecca, place. And so the one Jet said, Turner said there should be a contest. Which episode will Tariq buy a car? I'm glad that actually came up this episode too, when he was talking about Effie car. She like, at least I got one. But one thing I was about to say is so we see they trying to move this weight, and Kane trying to come up with a plan to expand their footprint so they can move more weight. And he comes up with killing this family that Drew ain't down with because he didn't know them since they were kids. And he come up with another plan. We'll kill their connect and then have them pretty much move our weight. So win-win. They ain't dead, and we get to move more weight. Everybody happy. So their connect was a Russian mob. And so they come up with a plan to take them out. But Kane wants to use Braden so that it can't be traced back to them by using somebody black. Well, of course, we know Braden hasn't killed anybody so far. He hasn't killed anybody. And he's, they find out in the room that he, well, Courtney said Tariq wasn't getting the car, but she ain't on the show no more, so who knows? But, so they telling Braden about, what Braden, he's telling about what he got to do, and Tariq decides he gonna be a part of it, but Braden doesn't tell them that it needs to be a white guy. He leaves that part out. And so for some reason, well, we know the reason, because he's spooked. He didn't want to do it. But I don't know why. He might as well, because the truth be told, he would go to jail for that murder. Gotta get me a little juice up in here and give me a little Capri Sun. I ain't drank one of these and I don't know how long, y'all. Oh, shoot. And I could never poke this damn hole in here right. I done poked it through the whole damn bag over here. Anyway, so he's spooked. He gonna let Tariq do his dirty work. He might as well did it himself, because then at least you don't have to worry about nobody snitching on you. You still will go to jail as an accomplice. Tariq goofy ass. He see Braden ain't about to do it. Braden over here, yeah, man, it's a gig economy. Yeah, man, you ordered some compound chicken. Oh, hey, man, what the hell? When I saw that, I'm like, oh, man, he about to either get it. Well, of course, he's not going to get killed. But if it was real, I was thinking, man, dude about to get killed or his ass beat. And I think they did do a good point of Tariq recognizing that he was forking up. And Effie, I think, wanted Tariq to wait because she wants Braden to have blood on his hands, just like we later saw Kane, because right now, Braden could snitch on them. This is where Braden could get off, because, of course, he's rich. But if he got nailed, his lawyers could cut a deal and he can snitch on them and get immunity. Because technically, he didn't do it. Yeah, if they got caught in the act, he could be, charged with the murder. But we got to think it is two set of rules for the rich and everybody else. He can get enough money and lawyers where he could say, we'll get a deal and snitch. So I think that's why they kind of want his hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? So that he can not implicate them so easily, I think. And what's messed up is he keep getting away with not doing nothing. And I think they getting pissed more and more. And Effie, I think I'm not sure about Effie and Braden's relationship because I think she does trust him and like him. And we did see, because they have that bond and believing they killed Lauren together, or he allowed her to kill Lauren because he couldn't do it himself then, that I think she likes him as a friend, but then also I think she's using all of them without a doubt. But I think that she does not like that he is not as dirty as she is, which then makes her not want to get involved with him but so much. But she keeps, I think, getting involved with him to get him dirtier. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking into that, but I think she's trying to get him dirtier. And then we saw that she told him, we can't keep lying to Tariq. But he like, oh, because she found out, which I thought she found that out pretty easy. She put that together quick when she was like, yeah, we needed Tariq too. And she like, did you make him lose the intern? I'm like, how the hell she go to that? She went to that real easy about, did you make him lose that intern? But he was like, well, I had to do what I had to do. And so, yeah, she don't want to lie to him, but she can justify if she got to lie to him. It ain't a problem if she got to do it, but she don't want nobody else. So, I think she's using him, like him to a certain extent. Don't fully trust him because he's not dirty. I think if he was as dirty as she was, she may like him more. But I think in the end, I think she even using Tariq. I think Tariq shocked her with that talk in that restaurant, which they ran in that restaurant. He like, I'm a good tipper, and they just went. I don't know about that one either. They was it was smooth, but I don't think they went far away enough. But anyway, BB Bolger says, I don't think Effie likes Braden. She seems annoyed he's in the life while rich. I agree. That's a great point. And if I was everybody else, I would be annoyed with him too. Why? Why are you doing? So this is a game to you. And now you're playing with your life and your parents' life for no reason. Like, you don't understand that a lot of these people are in this position because this was their best option to get ahead, and you hustling backwards. You an idiot. So if I was one of them, I could have very little respect for Braden. I would have very little respect for dude. I probably would fight dude. If when I was in that age, that time period, I would have probably got into a fight with him, talking crazy and saying something or whatever all the time, and he would have probably wanted to fight me because I would be mad. Like, you are where we're trying to be, and you're trying to be where we are. You're a dummy. Like, I would always like, he's just crazy. So I don't know, man, about that. I saw a good comment here. Where is it? Ramon Ramon Hope. He says, my issue with Braden, hold on, is that he's so eager to sell drugs, but doesn't want to put in the real work when it comes to killing somebody. Yeah, I agree. And Christo Black say, bro, a poser. I agree. Like, you want to have the fun part. It's like you want to live the BET thug life. But as soon as it get to, you know what I'm saying, BET Uncut, hold on. Let me change the channel. No, hold on. This is what you want to watch. This is what you want to be a part of. As Jay say, be Tommy. He ain't no Tommy, that's for sure. He is not a Tommy. And it's just pretty frustrating to see how wealthy they are. Like, his family and his uncle is trying to manage one of the richest men in the world's finances. What, like, the amount of money they would get off of managing his portfolio alone? What are you doing? And you're young. You would be the head of this company one day. In 20 years, you'd be a billionaire legally. And you want to sell coke? Like, that is insane to me. Insane. So I don't know, man. I think he got a problem. Now, Lisa, you got a good point. I didn't think about this, but now that you say this, I'm going to look into this and think about it more. Lisa Phillips says the uncle is going broke. You know, I have not been in the financial world or business. I have a little bit of knowledge about it and seen things and learned a few things. So I will say this, that I have heard and seen before on maybe other shows or other things in life, that sometimes when these financial guys may be chasing after a bigger fish like that, they could be in trouble. So that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. There's so much just going on this show. So I didn't think about that aspect, but that could be a possibility. So I don't know. He said he was losing money on that crypto garbage, and he told them get out of there because they trying to get more money, which then could jeopardize them paying him his money back. So, when you start getting into that banking world and stuff like that, they don't want you getting other loans or deals and things that could put them at second or third on who you pay. They always want to be paid first. Pay me my money first, so I see why he kicked them out. You know what I'm saying? I want my money, and you try to get somebody else money, then you'll be paying them back what you owe them before you paying me back, because you just got that money, so you want to stay good with them and screw me. Oh, hell no. Where my money? So we'll see. But that's a good one to think about. What else I saw on here? What did y'all think about that Effie Diana conversation? Effie Diana, yes. Effie was real with Diana, though. She like, oh, so stay away from Tariq. That was supposed to be bad, too. For you? Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah. Tell her, for you, yeah. But then she was like, he don't see you the way he see you. I was like, oh. I thought she was saying, yeah, because I was going to bust your head to the white meat, bitch. I told you better stay away from my man. They was about to have a cat fight in the hallway, and nobody would have known. They'd have just came out of there beat up. But they handled it like some nice ladies. And I don't know, man. She did tell Diana in the end, why don't you get down with us? I ain't the one lying to you. That's Kane. And then we see Poppy break off a bag. So here's my thoughts on that. We will see her and Effie start to work together behind Tariq back. Boom. Watch that. She already talked to Tariq about moving over there at Stansfield, moving weight. He ain't about to get no part of it because she's stacking. So I bet you she justified. Ain't no need for me to tell you nothing. He probably won't find out till one of them in trouble. But they probably work together, and I wouldn't be surprised if them two end up in business and all these guys and all this stuff on this show. They may end up dead. They could probably even make a spinoff one year in a couple years with a Effie Diana two dope girls instead of two broke girls, two dope girls. That's the name of the spinoff. That's copyrighted, patent pending, trademark. Two dope girls that happen back to back. Hey, I don't know. It depends on what they doing in that show. Who gonna watch that spinoff? Two dope girls. I don't know. One thing we did see is Dirty Ball Sacks. Redman ain't on the show no more. A lot of you all may not have knew that. I don't know the reasoning why. I did remember hearing that over the summer that he wasn't gonna be on the show. I think they could at least tried to find somebody look like him, but I guess everybody know who Redman is, so they was like, forget it. The point is, DBS goes in and meets, Davis' brother, and he starts talking to him about the height discrepancy and things, and he like, man, what it did, man? And so he basically tell him, I'm about to tell Davis you came by to talk to me. It shows that Sachs realized Davis is who he was covering for. They're like, you 5'10", and say this person was like 6'2", 6'4", or something. Like, what the hell? So I don't know. Let me see. I see a couple people. What's this? SJ say the spinoff will be tight. Yeah, that Redman issue was messed up. Oh, Redman left because of COVID. He said he didn't get vaccinated. Oh, okay. I missed that. Okay. It does. Power set does have to be vaccinated. That is true. I was not vaccinated, and to work on the power set, I got vaccinated. Yep, I did. So Redman got more money than me. All right, Redman got more money than me. He don't need power check. Not that I was sitting there homeless, but I'm not Redman. And they gave me the shot. Give me the juice. Just give me the juice. Anyway, you can't. That is true, and they don't take any religious exceptions or none of that. Okay, you got a religious exception, that's fine. Go pray about it, just not here. So, it is what it is. What y'all think? Y'all think I should have took the dosage? I took the lethal injection like Ice Cube and Eazy-E. Anyway. But damn, that's true. That is very true. You cannot work on that set. But actually, it hasn't been a set that I've been on since COVID that you can't work on without being vaccinated. So it's not just Power. To give that to Power's credit, it's not just them. But if I was Redman and that's how I felt, I probably would leave too, because I'm Redman and I'm rich and I don't need this. Well, I'm not gonna say he rich like 100 million, but he ain't me. So the big difference. But anyway, we'll see. Jet said, Turner, you say I haven't taken the job or been tested. Yeah. The jab, you mean? Well, it is what it is, I may not have if it was certain things different, but it is what it is. Anyway, We later see that Davis talked to Sachs and was like, man, what the hell you up here asking him these questions? What you doing? Sachs confront him about it, and Davis confessed that it was him and that it was for involuntary manslaughter of a cop's brother, and that also Davis was young, 21. He like, man, you could have got this thrown out or whatever. He like, yeah, but I didn't know then what I know now. And so then Sachs started looking into it. He sees that it was heavily redacted, which means, for those that don't know, it's blocked out. Whenever you see they show documents, one that you all may be familiar is the JFK documents or something like that, and you'll look at a page and it's so much blacked out on it, it's like all you see is the spot ran or something. You know, it don't even make no sense. So Sachs said it was heavily redacted, which means they trying to cover up some information or whatever the case. And he said he'll help him. And so Davis was like, cool, here's where I'm going with this, though. I believe that Sachs will end up getting Davis' brother free and getting him the help he need, and then stabbing Davis in the back and getting him thrown in jail for some type of offense, whether it's malpractice, making him lose his job, something, or blackmailing him, or telling Jenny this information, which will then be used as leverage. And I think Davis made a huge mistake telling DBS that it was him that actually committed the crime and not his brother. I think that is going to, man, I don't even want to say come back to bite him. That's going to come back to stab him in the back to kill him. And Joshua Evans said, yep, he going to stab him in the back. I agree. What up, just my opinion, be Avery. So, you know, one thing that you do in life, and I think everybody should remember this, is that if you actually do some real serious crime, you keep that to yourself, because it's only going to be you to tell then. And when you start telling people, that's more people that could possibly let your secret out. Of course, the best thing is hopefully don't kill people, but if you have to, you better do it by yourself, and you better not tell nobody, because all this stuff, you never know, man. A person could be your greatest friend and become your worst enemy, and you never want certain things out there that could come back to you. And that definitely was bad. And he told the wrong person, dirty ball sacks, who already strung out, you know what I'm saying, off that cootie cat. He ready to do anything to get back on Jenny's block. Jenny from the block holding him hostage right now. So, you know, DBS, he'll do whatever's necessary. Even that nice high-paying job could possibly be gone if that's what it takes. And I think, you know, man, I like Method Man, and I like his character, and I hope DBS don't strike again. But we all know how dirty he is. Now, one thing before I get ready to go up out of here, I mentioned it earlier. Kane, he pushing it too far, man. And he tried to push it again when he had the little family members there, gordo, which gordo in Spanish is fat. So they was calling dude fats. Hey, gordo, fat. Hey, fats. But he said he just started losing weight. He was in shape. Ain't no gordo. Only mi pipi is gordo. Ha. Anyway, he was like, they had their little meeting after he told them about what happened, and they connect, and that they had nothing to do with it, which that was very suspicious that they came so fast after they connect was killed. Now, he did say we heard about it and we tried to reach out, this and that, but that was fishy. But I'm saying he pushed his limit with them. We already know he pushing Poppy too far. I mentioned that earlier. Poppy ain't. Hello, you may be my muchacho, but you know my papi. I'm not gonna stay too much now, papi. Okay, what are you doing? Huh? I'm gonna have to put you in the same place where I put the Zeke. You want to do that? I just tell her the GTG got revenge for what we do, and I just get someone else. I mean, I think Poppy should get him taken out and just put Drew in the position like you wanted to in the first place. And then that'll solve everything. And you can have somebody kill Kane to cover it up and say that they got retaliation for what we did. I think that's what he's going to try to do. But I think Kane pushed his luck when they had their meeting and they was like majority rules. We down. He like, all right, cool. Who wasn't down? Down. What, you gonna come at him? Like, Kane wanted to know who wasn't down. And I think he still does. And knowing Kane, he is going to find out and do something to that person. And it's going to ruin their deal in their relationship. And Kane always messes something good up. And I think that's how he going to mess this up. His ego in the way. Plus, he doing Poppy too wrong. He got Poppy jumped. You know what I'm saying? I almost forgot about that. He done made Poppy drop off a bag, sat in the car while he got Poppy jumped. What? I almost forgot about that one, man. That one was that damn. So, you know, that right there, I'm surprised Poppy wasn't planning on him being taken out right then. Because, yeah, you made me bend the knee, but then you got my ass kicked? And you punking me still? Okay. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. And I'm gonna show you who I am. Remember, Poppy had him get punked and jumped when he came to see him in prison. So I think Kane wanted a little bit of revenge for that when he got beat up in prison. He like, okay, yeah, you had your little power in prison. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I need to do out here. And I'm just like, I just don't see this Lorenzo, the character Lorenzo, which I think he's a good actor as well. I don't see him taking this from him too much longer. Straight up. And then Kane may not even be his. Zeke wasn't his. And we see Monet may be on some ish. I don't know. As Jay say, Lorenzo is undercover snitch. Hey, he might be. I don't know. That's a good one. I don't think he is right now, but you know, we'll see. Yeah, we see right here, Courtney Williams. I remember this, that in the interview, he said Kane will get humbled. So I think he gonna have to, yeah, and I see why. It's much deserved. Gina says crazy that Drew was trying to hook up with Gordo on Grindr before realizing who he was. Gina, I love me some Gina, y'all. Gina, girl, you be on it. I didn't pick that up, man. I was trying to figure out why are they showing him on Grindr with looking at this before that. Now it makes so much sense. Wow. I did not. Wow. So it's like all of the gangsters that's moving weight. They move. They in the meat packing business. It's like the mob and Godfather, what they call it. They're racketeering. So they in the meat packing business, and then they sell drugs out the back. Anyway, I didn't know that. And Christo Black say you could tell he gay. I didn't pick up on that. He was talking. I peeped that tattoo. You know what, Gina? I got it. I did notice that. I didn't put it together. So they had that car tattoo, and they showed that on the app, the car tattoo. I saw it on his wrist, and I was trying to think, we just saw that. I didn't remember where I just saw that. So now that you say it, I'm putting it together now. So that's where that card tattoo, because I was like, why'd they show that? I just saw that. And now I know. So he was doing, wow. Damn. I wonder how that's going to end up playing out. That, see, from me knowing the little 1% of information I do about the movie business and TV business, they don't like do stuff on accident. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff is, ain't no a lot. Everything is done on purpose. They have writers, people writing this stuff. You know what I mean? Doing this, putting this stuff in. So I'm wondering where they're going with that. Will they end up talking and finding out some information? I don't know. They may end up hooking up and being, you know, buddies. And maybe Drew finds out through him that maybe Poppy and Kane is trying to, you know, maybe he killed Zeke or Drew. I don't know how they may find out something, because really they don't know too much about anything. Really, what they've been doing. But if they were to find out, I'm thinking maybe that is it, or maybe Drew may find his Mount Everett replacement, and maybe they may have a spinoff. What would the spinoff of that name be? Two pistols, two loaded guns. They already made that. Two guns, Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg. Two big guns. No. That ain't gonna work. But no, I don't know, man. That is interesting. Huh. That's got me thinking. I'm wondering where they going with that. So you know, that's interesting. Crystal Black. Oh man. Y'all got some funny comments tonight, man. So last thing before we go, we see Braden, goofy self. And this is something I've always known in life. Never sit with your back to the door or a window or to where somebody can walk up on you, and this goofball gonna go sit at the park with his back, and we see Kane come up behind him with the strap and says, you know, you ain't kill him, and you owe me a body. And Braden shook, and we see that Kane, I don't know, man. I think pushing Braden to kill somebody could possibly be his unraveling. I think Kane, I like how he's kind of taking authority. I mean, I'll say where I'm going with the kind of is I like how he did it, kind of. But he has taken authority over everybody. But I say kind of because it was kind of smart to blackmail Poppy. But I don't like how far he's taken it, because in life, you can only push a person so far, but before a person can feel as if they have nothing to lose and are ready to say, forget it. Or as I say, fork it. So I think he may be approaching that fork it level with a few people. And if they feel they got nothing to lose, it ain't going to be good for him. And I think that's where Detective Whiteman is. He don't got nothing to lose. He done lost his job damn near. I mean, he just suspended and getting in trouble. I mean, he ain't unemployed. But they messing with him. He feels guilty about what happened with Carrie. That was one of his old flames. That was a good little piece of chocolate. It used to melt in that mouth, but not no more. And he needed to get some revenge. And I think he don't have anything to lose right now. Anything to lose, and that's dangerous. Even with Davis, and I think he will get him in more trouble because Monet had him on video on her block. I think Monet is going to get frustrated at him, lose her cool, and kill him. And that is going to be almost impossible for her to cover up and get away with, I think. And that might be a big mistake. I think the only way that they'll make her get away with that one is that he'll be suspended or all this other stuff they'll have going on. And when he turns up missing or dead, well, hey, it was on him. He shouldn't have did this, that, and the other. So I think that's why they might say that. But too many people come up dead around her. And if she ends up doing that, because she already can't contain herself around him, even when Davis is there saying, don't say nothing. I think if he confront her one-on-one again at the wrong time, wrong place, she may react. And that's all she wrote for her. Plus, as much as I love Mary J., I don't know how much longer she want to do this show. You know, being a lead on a show is a lot of work, a big time commitment. She get paid good. Think like $500,000 an episode or so. So that's a lot of money. I'd be on there for a long time. So, but I'm not Mary J. Mary J wasn't having no financial situation, you know, where she was hurting for money like that. At least not that I know. So I don't know. We'll see. Lisa Phillips. She say, I wish they fix her wigs. I don't know. I'm going to leave that up to the ladies. But I will say her wig was very red. I noticed that this episode. I was like, damn, her hair is red. I was like, man, that is red when she was sitting in there. So I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know with the wig stuff. But that was funny. All right, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and give it my MOORESCORE rating. And then we gonna call it a wrap. So let me go ahead and give it my rating for this episode. All right, so the MOORESCORE is my rating system I use to rate TV shows, movies, and stuff. Is 4 simple categories, 25 points each, give you a score of 100. Real simple, and you can always drop a decimal point to get a score of 1 to 10. All right, so we got the visual cinematography. They have really good camera work on this show. Top-notch 4K cameras, all that stuff. We saw some good stock footage of the city. We saw a few things where they was out in the business world and things or whatever. Overall, it was very good as always, but nothing extraordinary or different that stood out to me. So I'm gonna give it a 20 out of 25. Next we got the storyline and the plot. Storyline and stuff for this episode, it was decent. Couple things I didn't like they still using that damn safety deposit box that was damn near impossible to build on the school, and some other things. But overall, I'm not so sure about how this app will work. But not only the app, how did they get these cups for these coffee cups with the hole that's hidden with the thing to come out? Where are you ordering this? What manufacturer has this stuff? So they come up with some things sometimes that I'd be like, where are you getting this? Just like they had the perfect brick colored boxes to scan and sell drugs. So, But overall, it wasn't enough to ruin the episode. So I'll give it a 20. All right. And special effects, makeup, costumes. This episode, Power always has great clothing. I think the women were looking better than the guys this episode. Diana was looking good, and when she was kissing that little simp on the couch, I'm like, damn, Diana, I need to go back to school. And Effie with the little brown outfit she had on, and Mary J always looking good dressed. So the guys, that lumberjack coat Reek was wearing, I would pass on that. It looked warm, but that's about it. And then I didn't really see too much. The suit was nice. It looked like he was rocking a Tommy little suit, whatever. But overall, special effect, makeup, costume, I wouldn't say it's all that. It was on par to what they normally do, nothing special. So I would give it a 20. And entertaining fun factor. This episode, I won't say I wasn't entertained. Was it really good? And I was like, whoa, I can't believe this or that. It was something I said, whoa, I can't believe this. But that wasn't the good part to me. That was not the good part to me. But overall, it was okay. It wasn't blowing me away. Wasn't bad. So I'm somewhere between around a 20 for that, which would bring it to a total of a 80 out of 100. I normally have a 0.5 margin for discretion, either direction. So if you felt that this episode was a 7.5, I could see where you could come up with that. And if you felt it was a 8.5, I could see the argument for that. You all let me know, what would you rate it? Hashtag Mosco, and then put your rating down. Let me know what you would rate it. And don't forget to do the Mosco like it is on the screen. This episode, just said, Turner, man, you was on fire tonight. This episode was, typical Power Book 2. And I'll say that. I'm interested to see how it's going to turn out. Courtney Williams says Salim seems to have a little Bakari in him. I can see that. You know what? You got a great point. They kind of brought the Bakari character back and the teacher kind of character back. So in different ways. One part I did forget about that I liked is when he was like, yeah, my name is Salim Stoudemire Esquire, whatever the hell he said. And he was like, man, that sound made up, my brother. Kane. That was funny. I like that. And we're like, man, what you want, a bean pie on the side with that, man? What the hell you talking about, man? So I like that part. That made me laugh. But I think dude gonna die. He just don't know what he getting mixed up with. You up here Googling this woman and you get spooked at what you find out. Then leave her alone. But nah, you want some of them drizzles. Diana fine as wine. But I ain't met nobody I want to die for. I mean, if we was married and you pregnant with my kid or something, we got kids. I mean, it's gotta be a lot. We gotta, yeah. So I don't know. I'm not dying for the date, but just to get a sample of the Passat, Volkswagen Passat. I'm not trying to get a sample ride of that Volkswagen Passat. I'm trying to own that Passat. You know what I'm saying? I ain't leasing it. Especially I might die. Dying for no Volkswagen Passat. Anyway, about to wrap it up, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through. And man, interesting episode. and I'm ready to see where some of this goes. I'm interested to see what this coffee, how this is gonna work. All it's gonna take is one of these dope heads to leave it on the trading floor with their name all over it and the bottom of the coffee cup missing, and you about to flood Wall Street with these coffee cups. Like, that's going to be a problem. I just know that would be. That's like when you would try to sell a bag of weed and stamp your name on it or your block on it. Like, okay, well, we know who sold this. No, it wasn't me. So, of course, it may not lead to that because then the show would be over. But we'll see what problems it should and may bring. So, anyway, I'm going to call it a wrap. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Definitely appreciate all the love and support. Everybody, y'all have a good evening, and I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm gonna go live Friday night, talk a little bit more about this episode, and I'll see y'all then. Everybody, peace, deuces, and I'm out of here. Look like my stuff is lagging tonight, but we made it. So later.